when we talked about what is the vision and national service, I think it does not begin or should not begin at the high school level. I think it needs to go to the primary school level.
Leveraging and launching our creative industries in the country.
That's gotten mixed reviews.
Well, I think what got mixed reviews is not the concept, but the labeling.
What we do today will affect those coming after us.
Peter Nygard responds to criticism of his controversial video.
And how did that appear just now? I mean, this is at least a year ago.
Hear what one cabinet minister has to say about his appearance in that video. We take you on a unique dining experience at Atlantis and a new telemedicine lecture room at PMH. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Nikia DeVoe, and this is NB12. Thanks for joining us here at Cable 12 Studios. Topping news tonight, harsh criticism of the possible relationship between a wealthy Lyford Key resident and several PLP cabinet ministers coming to light after a video circulated online. Christina McNeil was at the home of fashion designer Peter Nygard today, who aired his views on the video that has been causing such a stir.
Canadian fashion designer Peter Nygard clarifying his relationship with the Progressive Liberal Party government after a video surfaced online showing government ministers celebrating here at Nygard Key. That video, titled "Nygard Takes Bahamas Back," shows Nygard's excited reaction to the PLP's most recent general election win, followed by a clip featuring several cabinet ministers shaking hands with Nygard at his home.
With everybody. Okay. Greatest victory ever. I was really supporting this guy. Nobody I would not have power vote or the vote.
Minister of Agriculture?
Oh, yes.
Acklands.
Yeah, that's right.
I Ken Dawson is no Minister of Housing and Environment. Pleasure meeting you.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you, sir.
Chairman of the Free National Movement, Darren Cash, raised the alarm as the video circulated online, claiming it showed the PLP administration is far too compromised to govern effectively. Following a press conference at his Lyford Key home, our news team asked Nygard how he felt about such criticism.
How did that appear just now? I mean, this is at least a year ago. That's almost a joke. Almost an insult to even write such nonsense.
Nygard says he has opened his doors to many people over the years, from cabinet ministers to international celebrities, including Oprah Winfrey. He says there's nothing political behind it.
I don't know if there's any of them who wasn't here except for Ingram himself, but they all had visited here over the times, and it seems to me that when I go around this country that almost every single person tells me that they've been here one time or another in the last 30 years.
As for his relationship with the government, or any government, Nygard says he has supported both the PLP and the FNM. Nygard says he hasn't paid much attention to the PLP and FNM as political parties. Rather, he says he has supported people over the past 30 years. And in this most recent case, he acknowledges his support of Prime Minister Perry Christie's re-election campaign, although he shied away from confirming or denying financial support of political parties.
To state the fact that I'm a big fan of the Prime Minister Perry Christie is not surprising. I am that because he's a good man. I am not. He means he does a good job. He's got a good heart. He means well for the Bahamian people, and he's working his guts out.
I don't know. I don't usually channel my money directly to anybody particular, and so all through Pindling, when Pindling government over here, various people have asked me for contribution for good causes, and I've been giving them just like now all my life. I really don't measure it in those kind of terms. So I was certainly on the Prime Minister's side. I think he's a much better man than the previous Prime Minister, and has a much better heart. And and deserves to be a prime minister. His platform was much superior and better, and I was so very happy to see him win.
Nygard says he has known Christie for the past 30 years and will continue to support people and their causes. For NB12, I'm Christina McNeil.
Well, our news team caught up with Minister of Health Dr. Perry Gomez today, who explained his appearance this afternoon as well as his relationship with Nygard. Our Jasmine Bonamy has more in this report.
The health minister responding to criticisms about his relationship with the fashion mogul, calling those criticisms ridiculous.
Dr. Gomez spoke with our news team shortly after launching the BTC Telemedicine Lecture Room at Princess Margaret Hospital's Oncology Center. The health minister claims the video was shot prior to the 2012 general election in a setting that was nothing more than casual conversation.
Oh, I was at Nygard. I was invited to barbecue or something like that. Prior to, it was, I can't remember when, it was before the elections. And that was my time there. And a number of PLP MPs to be who were there at the time. He spoke about stem cells and to different people casually. But I know Mr. Nygard has an immense knowledge of stem cells and its uses because of his own interests.
However, as we showed you in the video, Nygard is congratulating the ministers on winning the 2012 general election. 2 weeks ago, during the House of Assembly's debate on a stem cell bill, FNM leader Dr. Hubert Minnis accused the government of rushing the law to appease Nygard, whom he insisted was a financial backer for some members of the Progressive Liberal Party. Several government MPs have denied it. Today, Dr. Gomez said he has no knowledge of any campaign funding provided by Nygard. Dr. Gomez also denied Nygard had any outside influence on the future of stem cell research in the Bahamas.
That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And that's all I would say to that. It's ridiculous. There's been no influence by any outsider on what we have done in the last 14 months since coming to office. And the road to legislation was clear. We had to do that. The Prime Minister said we wanted a first-class facility coming into the Bahamas, and we want to do it right. And so we have taken the time to go through the legislative process to put it in place so there can be no doubt what we are about. This is not going to be any rogue destination. You know, we're going to be a first-class destination with respect to who is involved in stem cell therapy and the quality of monitoring that will go on. And we will all be proud of what we do here.
Reporting for NB12, I'm Jasmine Bonamy.
Dr. Ellison Ramming finally breaking his silence on the delay of his appointment as ambassador to the United States. Ramming, who was appointed earlier this year, said his non-confirmation to date as ambassador to the U.S. has absolutely nothing to do with his character or any wrongdoing on his part in the Bahamas, the United States, or anywhere else in the world. His statement was made in response to comments from former Minister of Foreign Affairs and Deputy Prime Minister Brent Simonet. In an interview with NB12 on Friday, Simonet said the government should say why the U.S. has not yet accepted Ramming's appointment. Ramming has taken strong exception to Simonet's comments and has threatened legal action. Meantime, Foreign Affairs and Immigration Minister Fred Mitchell called Simonet's comments ill-advised and injudicious and accused the former Deputy Prime Minister of feeding idle speculation on social media sites. In other news, drop calls have become quite a vexing issue for many cellular users, and officials from the BTC say they've been consistently working to improve the level of service. Bahamas Telecommunications Public Relations Manager Jerome Sawyer says there are things to consider as there is a lot more congestion on the network. Sawyer said there are specific areas where they have dropped calls and they are working to address that.
We recognize and we acknowledge that we do have some areas of concern with our service, but we have been consistently working to improve the level of service. Every day we're adding new customers, and every time we provide more capacity, it's almost taken up immediately. And so as with any network, anywhere in the world, you're constantly working to stay ahead of the demand. and so we found ourselves constantly having to try and stay ahead of that demand. We do know that there are specific areas where we do have dropped calls, and we have problems with calls. We are working diligently to improve those. For instance, we recently just commissioned 2 new towers, one in the Nassau Village area, the other in the Seabreeze area.
Back in December, Prime Minister Perry Christie said he hoped the company would provide better service to its customers and singled out the frequent dropped calls. Back then, officials encouraged customers to be patient and said BTC is a company in transition and there is no magic switch. Sawyer said they are satisfied with that they have made significant improvements and have been able to systematically solve a lot of the problems on the network. Coming up, a special telemedicine room just for sick children opened today.